What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a new episode of Mostly Wrong Opinion. I am Tyrone. That's Devin.
My bad. It's a little thirsty. My bad.
Oh, no Corona, right?
No, just need a little water. That's all.
That's all you need?
Yeah, a little water, man.
I got you, bro.
Oh, I appreciate it, dog. Oh, appreciate it, man.
No problem, brother.
Thank you. Hey, what the?
My guy is in town. He is home in ATM.
Oh my God, I'm here.
Exactly.
I can touch you.
Yeah, man. He's back in town, and we're about to get into it. Our first movie is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Ooh.
Maybe a new home could be an opportunity to start fresh. I just wish he'd get into some trouble.
There's still time.
It's supposed to be around the kids this time.
Right. It's a much younger cast.
Yeah, a much younger boo-boo cat. No, I'm kidding. But it's with, it has McKenna Grace in there. She plays Phoebe. And then you have Finn Wolfhard, which we know from the Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. Yes. And Paul Rudd is in there. He's only there to sell tickets. And so is Finn. He's there for selling tickets.
Yeah, I kind of thought Paul Rudd would be funnier. I thought he'd bring a lot more humor.
You would think that he plays this version of Rick Moranis.
Yeah. He really kind of did later on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But in general, the plot is apparently the Ghostbusters are gone. It's the end of that. And Phoebe is Egon's granddaughter.
Yes. And
Egon is dead. And we freaking see him die. Now, it's weird because the actual actor's dead.
Harold Ramis is actually dead.
Yeah. So we actually see him die. Yeah. And he gets killed by some kind of ghost or whatever. So his house is left to his family or something. And so Phoebe, a little girl, and her mom move into his house, which is all decrepit and fucked up because I guess he wasn't a very good housekeeper.
No, he wasn't.
So it's essentially a haunted house type of thing. And the house really is haunted.
With him.
Yeah, he's haunted.
He's in there.
He's haunting the house.
We're going into straight spoilers, people, because of this.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just to let you guys know, we saw this together because he came into town.
Yeah, we did. We saw it together.
And we haven't seen a movie together since we saw 300 together. We saw The Dark Knight together back in the day. Yeah, we used to go to movies a lot. Tropic Thunder, all those.
But when we saw the movie, there was only one other group of people in there. They're about 97, and they're down there cackling. They were enjoying it.
They were enjoying it. They were getting scared, and the lady was like, sorry.
Which is weird, because I was kind of bored. And so I think part of it, I don't know, if this could be me. Maybe I was in a funny mood. I don't know. But, I was ready to be entertained. I had some chicken wings with me, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get into it.
Let me tell you, people, the way he was eating his chicken, he was like,
yeah, I probably was. I probably was. The most drama we saw was when they were late with your food. You're like, yo,
bro, no, that's the most.
That was high drama. But back to this movie though, the drama is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a mystery as to what's going on in the film, because she's like, well, why are the chess pieces moving? What is? But I'm like, we know why, because we saw a dude die.
Exactly,
and it's called Ghostbusters. So yeah, I feel like I was insulted here. I'm like, let's go, let's move forward. Mm-hmm. And also for the bulk of the film, there wasn't a conflict.
No,
it was just I think we were supposed to be really into these quirky characters, and I was kind of bored. So there was a little kid named Podcast who showed up.
Yeah,
and then Paul Rudd was there.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When we were in the theater, and they start shooting out that dialogue, and that dialogue to where Finn Wolfhard she said something to her, the mother said something to Finn, that's her son. Mm-hmm. And he said, I don't know, maybe you're just bad with money. I was like,
right.
I looked at you, I was like,
right.
What? What kid says that to their mom and not get popped across the face?
Yeah, there's some weird dialogue where the mom, she's like, look, we're broke, therefore all of my bills mean we must stay in the haunted house. And then there's a knock on the door. It's like, do. I'm here. I've got the eviction notice right here in my hand. And I'm like, I get it. You're broke. You got to move. Which is the reason why they go into the house. But
all the way to Oklahoma.
here's my thing with Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters hasn't been good since Ghostbusters 1. I know people like Ghostbusters 2, but Ghostbusters 2 is far subpar to Ghostbusters 1.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 is the only good one. And every single Ghostbusters film after that has been kind of lame or kind of corny. And I think, how come we can't just enjoy Ghostbusters? Why do we have to keep coming back to this? The well is empty. The well is empty. And what made the original Ghostbusters good is Bill Murray clearly didn't give a F about this film, right? No. He was like checked out, which made most of his comedy so much funnier, right? Because he was like barely there in the film. Yeah. And that kind of weird magic, that kind of quirky magic, it has not come back. Also, the original Ghostbusters is really about a group of guys making a small business, starting a small business. Yep. And everything's ragtag and jerry-rigged and looks all hood. And like, I don't know why we are suddenly so like observant over these little gadgets and gizmos that were supposed to look dusty and busted in the first one.
Yeah.
But now they're like, oh, look at this. I'm like, but that was a piece of shit in the first one.
Yeah, man.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Star Wars. The Force Awakens. Yeah, The Force Awakens. Yeah. Where things that were not spectacular or weren't supposed to be spectacular in the original series were suddenly like, oh my God. The Millennium Falcon was a piece of junk. It was. That was the point of it. That was the humor of it. That it was a piece of shit. They knocked the antenna off the damn thing in was it the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they knocked the antenna off. So I'm like, it's a piece of junk. But now they're like, oh, is this the Millennium Falcon?
The thing with this film, man, is all those things that you said, and then when it came to the casting, like, why was Finn there?
Which one was Finn?
Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. So he's the older brother of Phoebe.
Yes.
And he's got his own adventures that are separate from hers. So he's in a completely different movie. He's trying to get a job at Spinners, is what we call it, Spinners?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the P gets knocked off and turns into Sinners at some point, which I thought was kind of funny. But anyway, he's trying to get a job at Spinners, and he's like trying to get with this girl, and it's got nothing to do with anything that Phoebe's the only one worried about the ghosts. Yeah. Until like later on, they end up at this mountain
that they went through separately.
Yes, they both just happened to go to the same spot in different time for different reasons at different times. So it seems like weird. Why not just tie these two together? They're already brother and sister. Why not just have Finn? Finn's like, oh, I want to hang out with my friends, and he's trying to get with the girl. And then Mom's like, take your little sister, and he's like, oh, Mom. They could have easily done that.
It's the same stuff. Oh, come on, no.
They could have done that, but they didn't do it. She went up there for one reason with the little boy podcast, and he goes up there another reason with the girl he's trying to get with. So, and then when they all come together, for some reason they're all on the same page, and they both turn Ghostbusters, and they all change clothes in the Ghostbusters outfits. I don't understand. So, but the ghosts don't really come into play until the end, until maybe 2/3 into the film. So, and again, I think you're supposed to be really into like the quirky characters or whatever. But for me, my issue was I just could not get into the film. Like I was bored. I'll be honest. I want to hang out with you. I'm like, what you watching this for, man? I was kind of hungry, so I ate the wings, and after that was over, my entertainment went down.
We was like, when we got out the movie, we was like, "You doing next?"
Yeah, for real.
It wasn't like we wasn't. You know how when you guys leave the theater, and you're like, "Man, that part was great. This part was great," and I'm pretty sure that the people who made this film, they were banking on nostalgia for people to do that walking out. No.
Yeah. Again, this film's biggest sin is it was boring, and I couldn't get into it.
It wasn't the biggest sin. Wasn't for you that they were just pumping everybody with nostalgia.
Yeah, of course. It was in the nostalgia thing. I'll be honest, it doesn't do much for me. So I was watching them, and even at one point in the film, you were like, "Oh, I used to have that toy," and I think that we both said that. Yeah, and I think that's what they wanted you to say. Like, oh, I remember that. I've got the warm and fuzzies for it. And when that happens, I'm like, damn, I should go watch Ghostbusters. That's what I'm thinking. Not Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That's what I wanted to do, though. I was thinking about doing that this weekend, but I got wrapped up with so much stuff. I was like, I want to watch Ghostbusters.
And they even hit some of the same like story beats as the original Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're talking about the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper that comes up.
The positives that I can say about this film is the special effects. Special effects was good. It was top notch. It's like, yo, if you had a Ghostbusters movie that's in the 21st century in this time, you would expect for graphics to be awesome, but not like even like in the first Ghostbusters film, where they tried so hard to make people believe that this is, and stuff like that. They was a little scary. When I was a kid and the library scene came on, I was like,
That's true. There were scary points in the original film.
Yeah.
There wasn't really that many scary points.
There was not one. Probably the only one that made that lady that was down there, which the jump when the dog thing.
I guess for me, I don't count startling as scary.
It's not scary.
It was a loud noise.
It was a loud noise. She was like, ah! And then
right.
Did you look over her at her?
No, I was enjoying my chicken.
I was like, and then she's like, I'm sorry, it's scary. And then her husband was down. He's like, that's scary to you.
Yeah. You saw the all-female Ghostbusters reboot, right?
Trash.
But which is worse or which is better? Which one do you prefer?
Neither.
I think that's the right answer. Don't bother with either. If you like Ghostbusters, go watch Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2 is fine.
It's fine to see.
They're in the Statue of Liberty. It walks around.
A lot of goo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if you really want to enjoy Ghostbusters and try to figure out why people like Ghostbusters, watch Ghostbusters. Because I did that one time. Because I was a big Ghostbusters fan as a kid. And I was like, let's revisit this.
You had the Echo one too?
I did, sure did. I had a little trap, I had the whole thing. You step on it, bow.
Yep, had that too.
Had all of it. But recently, or not, maybe not recently, a couple years ago, Ghostbusters 2 came on like FX or something.
Oh, sweet.
And I was like, let's check this out. And I was like, this is garbage. I was kind of scared. But I went back and watched Ghostbusters 1, and there is just a charm to Ghostbusters 1. Yeah. And a lot of those guys were kind of riffing off each other, having a good time. You could tell, because these are all SNL guys, you could tell they knew each other.
Yeah.
They had a rapport with one another. And that has not happened in any of the other Ghostbusters films. And it does not happen in this film. These are just your favorite kid actors doing fine. They're not bad actors. And so they're doing fine. They're doing okay. And if you just want to watch Stranger Things, go watch Stranger Things. I don't know what you're watching.
Just go watch Stranger Things, a better thing where Finn is in.
Yeah.
Oh boy, people. I'm gonna go ahead and give my rating for this. Phoebe was a good actor. She was a good actor. Okay, the girl who played Phoebe, McKenna Grace, really good actress. Every story beat was predictable, but it took forever to get there, for sure.
Yeah,
okay. And the only redeemable thing, other than Phoebe being a great actor, is the special effects. Everything else was just icing, and the cake was hollow. Okay.
Yeah, it's all about nostalgia.
It's all about nostalgia, and I'm hating to say that films are going that way with IPs, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So instead of coming up with originality and actually challenging yourself to make some.
I just did that for no reason.
It's okay.
He doesn't have a movie coming out.
No,
that's dependent on films you've seen before.
Exactly.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why I did that, Peter Parker. So, yeah, I'm gonna rate this film. It's gonna be bad, people. It's a 4 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I totally understand your 4, and I'm going to drop it down to a 3.5.
Woo!
Because I had a hard time getting into the film. And when that happens, I feel like I'm watching it I'm just watching images, just images in light. And so I'm thinking of something else I can be doing. And I was showing the thing. I was like, maybe this is a kid's film, Maybe I'm being too harsh because this is a kid's film or something. I don't.
But the thing is, Ghostbusters was never supposed to be a kid's film.
It can be kids. It can be kid friendly. But
yeah,
I don't think that's why I couldn't get into it, because it was aimed at kids. I think it was just boring. I was just bored. So unless you are just incredibly nostalgic for this film, I don't know why you bother. That's not the movie I'd worry about.
There's just no reason, people.
No.
So, yeah. So I gave this movie a 4. Devin gave this movie a 3.5. Do you recommend it?
I do not recommend it.
I don't recommend it either.
I think this movie is slow. And there's a lot of other similar films that you can watch that you know about this.
Yeah, anything with a group of kids like the Goonies, like Sandlot, like anything that's happy going, that's kid friendly, go see that.
I don't recommend this movie. I was bored, and I was not expecting to be bored. Yeah. I thought I'd be really fiery about it. Mm-hmm. I thought I'd be upset about it, you know, but instead I'm worse. I mean, I'm indifferent.
So that is our review for the 2021 Ghostbusters Afterlife. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. And it's so awesome that my boy is in town, you know, and we wanted to do this for you guys. And I hope you like it. I hope you like the platform. We don't know how many times we're going to do this, how many times he's going to be here, or I'm going to go up to New York maybe one time and get on a plane and not die. So
he's afraid of flying.
I'm just saying, man. Get up there. My heart going to stop. But, you know, it is what it is. If you can do us a favor, please hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. Do it. Just, yeah. You know, it's right down there. We are climbing every week. We're climbing more and more subscribers, which is really, really cool. And you can be a part of that. Click it. Great stuff coming out. Hey, you know what's coming out next couple days? Hawkeye.
Sure.
We are reacting to it, and we put our reactions right here on Mostly Wrong Opinions. So click on that. Also, you can leave a thumbs up if you want to. You can. Or you can leave a thumbs down if it is there. Whatever one it is your opinion. But just remember one thing. It's mostly wrong. I can't sing like that.
Yeah,
sing that.
Yeah. Maybe you should start over just doing that.
What?